looking for the green flag this time by. Into 3 out of 4. Down the front they come. Green is out. We're racing. Number 7, Brian Wilson Sr. being challenged right now by the 4 of Chris Cambridge. Wilson gets away on the high side. It's Brian Wilson Sr., the 4, in second spot of Cambridge. Back through the field we go. The number 52 is Rick Van Cleet, and 518 is Steve Hurd. 14 is Brian Wilson Jr., but at the front right now, it's Sr. who leads it. Brian Wilson Sr. at the front. In second, driver number 4 of Chris Cambridge. About to challenge Cambridge, the 518 of Steve Hurd. They're running times right now of 18.535, 18.5, 18.331. Not as fast as the first group of drivers. We are 2 laps in. 3 laps now, the 7 of Wilson Sr. 518 Hurd in second, followed by Rick Van Cleet in the 52. Back through the field we go. It is the 4 of Chris Cambridge and the 14 of Brian Wilson Jr. Coming up on halfway this time by. Number 7, Brian Wilson Sr. gets the cross flags. 5 down and 5 to go. Halfway. Halfway for the number 7, Brian Wilson Sr. 518 Steve Hurd in second with 52 Rick Van Cleet in third. In fourth, Chris Cambridge, and in fifth, the 14 of Brian Wilson Jr. Down to 4 laps to go, and it is 7. In the lead, Brian Wilson Sr. He and his son sporting the Canadian flags here today at Sauble Speedway on Canada Day. Brian Wilson Sr., Steve Hurd in 518 and 52, Rick Van Cleet. Steve Hurd putting the pressure on. Wilson Sr. holding off. Steve Hurd, we're down to 2 to go. 2 laps remaining. Brian Wilson Sr., Steve Hurd, followed by Rick Van Cleet. Wilson Jr. and number 4, Chris Cambridge. The white flag is about to fly. There's 1 lap to go. 1 remaining. Final lap. It is 7, Brian Wilson Sr., Steve Hurd at 518, Rick Van Cleet in 52, and Brian Wilson Jr. in 14. Into 3 out of 4 down the front for the checkered flag. Brian Wilson Sr. goes flag to flag for the win. Steve Hurd for second, Van Cleet for third, Brian Wilson Jr. for fourth, and Chris Cambridge for fifth.
56 is there in third kettle. 17 third back on the inside is Dave Rockwood. Jay Dewar in that 43. Outside of him is Nick Ramsey. Outside of row 2 is Ryan Dyson. Outside row 3 next to him. 78 driver Brian Dyson, picking up some sponsorship from Douglas Windows and Doors. See how he does here, lined up against Nick Troback. On the turn 4 they come. The green is
Mark Burbridge gets a good jump on the outside in that 0-2 machine. He's going to try to hang on to the outside of the 55 of Chris House. Behind him, the 2 of Rick Burbridge, and in fourth now, the 19 of Connor Pritico. Pritico in that 19 car joining us from Delaware Speedway. Related to the 21 APC driver of Matt Pritico. Good to see Connor and that 19 team joining us here tonight as he tries to work on the 2 of Rick Burbridge. Pritico now all over the back bumper of that 2 machine. Nose to tail, top 4 drivers. Fifth in that number 7 machine, Ty Cavlin trying to hang on as he's got company in the 00 of Trevor Thompson. Cavlin took the trek up to Sauble Beach to run with the United 8s. And good to see that machine back here in the Pro Late Model Division at Flamboro Speedway. Just behind those two, the 27 of Kevin Albers. He was able to get around the Flying Farmer of Kevin Gallant. Slide that machine up into the 7th position now. Mark Burbridge continuing to lead in that 0-2 car, but he's got pressure from the 55 of Chris House, the 2 of Rick Burbridge behind him, and Connor Pritico all over the back bumper of that 2 machine. Pritico trying to see if he can find a lane around that 2 machine. Pritico pretty quick early on in practice as he set fastest time in practice number 2. So that 19 car has some speed as he tries to find a way around that 2 of Rick Burbridge. Leaders still nose to tail as Mark Burbridge in the 0-2 leads the way, but you could throw a blanket over the top 4 as they battle nose to tail. A little bit of a gap back to 5th, the Ty Cavlin machine in the 7 car. Just behind him, new challenger now is the 27 of Kevin Albers as he's able to get around the 00 of Trevor Thompson. Albers is now going to try to work on that 7 car and see if he can slide up into the top 5. Still leading the way in that Hearth and Home sponsored entry, the 0-2 of Mark Burbridge. Just behind him, the 55 of Chris House. In that Graphic Solutions sponsored entry, the 2 of Rick Burbridge. In the West Brant Window and World sponsored entry, top 3 cars separated nose to tail. The 19 of Connor Pritico in 4th as well, still trying to find a lane around. He's going to dive to the bottom on Rick Burbridge. Pritico to the bottom, and he can't quite make the bottom work as he got a little loose going through turn 2. That car might have been turning too much for him as he got to the inside. Might have just clipped the grass. Just behind him, the 27 of Kevin Albers. He's now going to make a move on the 7 of Ty Cavlin. Albers in that 27 car. Up into 5th as now Cavlin's going to have to contend against the 00 of Trevor Thompson. Thompson's going to slide underneath the 7 car as well. Slide him up to 6th position, and the 7 of Ty Cavlin back to 7th. Leaders work lap number 13, coming to lap 14 here. Still leading the way, the 0-2 of Mark Burbridge. Still leading the way, the 0-2 of Mark Burbridge. Pritico now in that 19, the teal and black colored car with the yellow numbers, trying to find a way around the 2 of Rick Burbridge. He's been hounding that bumper of the 2 car all race long, trying to find a way around. Tight battle, still nose to tail, our top 4. Basically nose to tail all race long so far, with Chris House trying to see if he could find a way around the 0-2 of Mark Burbridge. Burbridge just running a steady line, a smooth wheel at the front of the field. Chris House can't quite drive up alongside the 0-2 of Mark Burbridge. Might be the quickest car on track right now, the 19 of Connor Pritico. Just can't find a lane around the 2 of Rick Burbridge. Pritico so far has set quick time of the top 4 drivers, but he just can't find a way around the 2 machine. They work lap number 19 now, still nose to tail, throw a blanket over the top 4 drivers. 27 of Calvin Albers as well, trying to see if he can join into that field as well. Still leading the way, the 0-2 of Mark Burbridge. Top 5, almost top 6 is the 00. Trevor Thompson trying to tag along to this train of cars. Still leading the way, the 0-2 of Mark Burbridge. But he's got some serious company behind him in the 55 of Chris House, the 2 of Rick Burbridge, the 19 of Connor Pritico. Pritico now getting into the back of the 2 machine in the center of the corner as they see the popsicle sticks in the air. 2 more trips around for the 0-2 machine. Still, nose to tail our top 6 drivers as they come off of turn 4. 1 more trip around for the 0-2 of Mark Burbridge. Pritico now is going to dive to the bottom on the 2 of Rick Burbridge. He can't quite make it stick. They're battling side by side as the 0-2 of Mark Burbridge comes off of turn 4. Checkered flag in the air. Feature in goes the 0-2 of Mark Burbridge. Second will be the 55 of Chris House. Third will be the 2 of Rick Burbridge. Fourth will be the 19 of Connor Pritico. And rounding out the top 5, the 27 of Kevin Albers.
For the Roots Gas Bar United Eights, breakout time in this division, 15-4. Green is out, we're racing. Off and racing with 57, Austin Finley battling out with 26, Dave McMahon. 1 is Caden Wright, 18, Nick Hamill, and 68 is Taylor Nelson. Austin Finley taking over the car from his dad, Kevin Finley. Dave McMahon, the veteran driver, in 26. Then Caden Wright, son of Dan Wright, 18, Nick Hamill, and 68 of Taylor Nelson in the old Kent Cruikshank car. 2 laps complete. 57, Austin Finley out front. It is Finley. In second spot, we've got the 26 of Dave McMahon and the 1 of Caden Wright. 18 of Hamill and 68 of Cruikshank. 68, pardon me, of Nelson in the old Cruikshank car. 57. Austin Finley doing a great job leading this one. 57. Austin Finley on the inside. Dave McMahon right now playing follow the leaders. We're halfway, 5 down and 5 to go. Halfway, Austin Finley is led all the way in this one. Dave McMahon second in 26, followed by the 1 of Caden Wright and the 18 of Hamill. 68 is Taylor Nelson. 6 laps complete, 4 to go. McMahon trying to get by the 57 of Austin Finley, who's doing a great job in the lead. He looks to the inside. And Austin just about left that door open, but was able to come back down and protect his lead. Austin Finley is going to put a lap on 68 of Taylor Nelson. Nelson on the inside, and Finley gets by with 2 to go. 57, your race leader. That is Austin Finley, Dave McMahon, Caden Wright. Coming by, the white flag is out, and we've got a breakout, it looks like, in this one. Looks like Austin broke out, as McMahon broke out as well. So in for the win, it is going to be the number 1 who wins it, Caden Wright. For second, it would be, it looks like Nick Hamill. Then it will be Austin Finley, Dave McMahon. So 2 drivers broke out, Austin Finley and Dave McMahon.
go. McMaster Buick GMC Pace Truck hits pit road. Terrace Sunset Speedway. Regular's going to lead him to green. Jacob Booth on the inside. Cash Artis. Young gonna make it look easy.
In the 15 is Landon Tolton, driving for Luscious Bakery, Strike Energy Systems, and car number 5, that is Carter Camerath, sponsored by Image Wraps, K&K Lawn Care, Nickus Electric, AM Roofing, the other sponsor, and we are underway. Number 92 out front right now is your race leader. That is Wyatt Sprung. Oliver Gibbons in the 10. On the high side, about to make his move on the 92 of Wyatt Sprung. Tyler Gillian in the 6 car. And then we go back to the 05 of Peyton Lewis. Number 10 is Thomas Gibbons. Carter Camerath is in the number 5, and the number 15 is Landon Tolton. The 13, that is Chase Tolton. 92 Wyatt Sprung, about to be challenged by the number 6. On his move, that is Tyler Gillian. Tyler Gillian on the inside trying to take the lead, and Tyler Gillian is out front. Tyler with the lead, Sprung in second, then the 05 of Peyton Lewis in third spot. Number 13 is up against the wall over on the back chute. That is Chase Tolton. Red flag on the track. Junior United 8 combined 4 Can-Am.
Thank you. Just so I know when I got to run to the pits.
After the 8-cylinder, you might have to go after the first 8.
Yeah. Okay.
Green is out. We're racing with Wyatt Sprung getting the jump on everybody there. The 05 of Peyton Lewis is on the move, as is the number 6 of Tyler Gillian. Tyler's got some step in it tonight. He is up on the high side trying to make his move around Wyatt Sprung, and the 6 goes to the lead. That is 6 of Tyler Gillian. Tyler out front, 92 in second spot of Wyatt Sprung, 05 Peyton Lewis, and number 10 of Oliver Gibbons. Number 10, that is Thomas Gibbons, and the number 5 is Carter Camerath. Number 15 on the racetrack is Landon Tolton, but up front right now, your race leader, number 6, Tyler Gillian. Tyler Gillian out front. Tyler, your leader, 05 in second place of Peyton Lewis. And coming around, looks like we're going to get the 2 to go signal. 2 laps remaining for Tyler Gillian. Folks, cheer Tyler on. I don't think Tyler's ever won a race. He is out front. He is leading. Down the back chute, a comfortable lead. 92 in second spot. Wyatt Sprung in 05 of Peyton Lewis. White flag is out. There's 1 to go for Tyler Gillian. Cheer him on, folks. He's been racing a long time. Never won. He is on his way right now. Down the back chute he goes. He has got a half a straightaway lead, the number 6 of Tyler Gillian. Tyler is into 3 out of 4 down the front for the checkered flag. Cheer him on. There he is, your winner, Tyler Gillian, for second place. The 05 of Peyton Lewis. Third is Wyatt Sprung. Fourth is Thomas Gibbons. 5th is Oliver Gibbons, and number 5 of Carter Camerath, followed by the 15 of Landon Tolton. That is Parker Trace from Gravenhurst, and on the outside, number 82, Matt Thompson for the Thompson Racing Team. Looking for the green flag off of 4 down the front. It's out. We're racing. Off and racing with Heat 3 on the night for the INEX Legends. Brought to you by Wyerton Home Hardware Building Center. And right now it's the 72 that won the feature here last Saturday night. That is Jason Legg. Jason Legg in the 72 is your leader. In second spot, it's car 87, Nick Port. And in third spot, the 51 of Josh Inglis. 60 is Parker Traves, and car 33 is Paul Pierrick. As the 87 takes over top spot, that is Nick Port. Port out front of Jason Legg, and the number 51 is battling for second spot right now. The 51 of Josh Inglis up to second. Legg falls back to third. Parker Traves is next. But at the front right now, it is car number 87 that leads it is Nick Port. Port, 51. In second, Josh Inglis. And in third, we got Parker Traves. followed by the number 97 of Wes Cusperson. Wes Cusperson is there. Jason Lake falls back another position in that number 72. Then we've got the 17 right there, Zach Latimer. Halfway, Dave.
Saw some smoke come out of the left front of the 72 of Jason Legg. Now, I know they're dealing with some motor issues, but I don't think it was in that car. So it's more likely that he locked up the tires going into the corner. That's where we saw the gray smoke. Something to keep an eye on, not so much now, but more when we get to the feature. More laps. That usually causes a lot more wear and tear, particularly on the brakes.
87 leads it, Nick Port. In second, Parker Traves. In third, the 51 of Josh Inglis. In fourth place, we've got the 97 of Wes Cusperson. Laps are winding down. We're coming up on 2 laps to go this time by. 2 laps to go. It is the 87 out front, Nick Port. Port. He gets passed in the corner by Traves. So Parker Traves going 2 for 2 here tonight, or trying for it. Coming by the start-finish line, the white flag is out. And we have got 1 lap to go. Is the 60 is your new leader. That is Parker Traves. Parker Traves, your leader. Nick Port in second. Into 3 out of 4. Down the front for the checkered flag. It is Parker Traves. For second, the 87 of Nick Port. For third, it'll be the number 51 of Josh Inglis. 97 for fourth, Wes Cusperson. And rounding out your top 5, the number 17 of Zach Latimer.
Sealy Equipment sponsored entry. It's Rodney Rutherford. And to his outside from Niagara Falls, Ontario, in the Wow One Day Painting sponsored entry is the 43 of Jay Pepin. 25 laps the distance here. Green flag is in the air. We are underway. 42 of Ethan Fleet gets a good jump on the bottom. He's going to take the lead, but Emma Norris is going to battle back on the top. We might have some 3 wide action. Emma Norris on the top side looking to take advantage of a bit of a wobble for the 42 of Ethan Fleet. Way up to the top is the 17 of Mike Norris. He's able to use that top side and slingshot down the back straightaway. He's now going to make a move for third. Slide the 17 of Mike Norris up to third. Now he's going to settle in behind his sister, the 28 of Emma Norris. Actually, never mind, to the bottom. 17 car is on rails as he slides up to second now and sets his sight on the 8 of Peter Hatton. Bit of a cluster there behind them as they're side by side for about the 5th position as Ethan Fleet in the 42 car. Now he's got Tim Norris to his outside. Side by side for the race lead now is the 17 of Mike Norris. He's going to dive to the bottom and take the race lead. New race leader, the 17 of Mike Norris. Second will be the 8 of Peter Hatton. Third will be the 28 of Emma Norris. Fourth is the 37 of Travis Majuri. And in fifth is the 88 of Tim Norris. Tim Norris now looking to the bottom on 4th position. Travis Majuri in the 37 car. Now he's up underneath the 28 of Emma Norris, his daughter. That's the battle for 3rd and 4th as Tim's now going to slide to the inside. He's going to bring along him the 16 of Rodney Rutherford as well. Slide the 16 car now up into 4th position. Still side by side for that 5th position now as Majuri in the 37 to the bottom on the 28 of Emma Norris. Norris trying to hold the top side, try to keep the momentum wound up on the top side. Front of the field, the 17 of Gator Mike Norris is running away with it here as they work lap number 9. He's got about a 7-8 car length lead over the 8 of Peter Hatton. About 5 car lengths back to the 88 of Tim Norris and another 5 cars back to the 16 of Rodney Rutherford. Battle heats up for the 6th position as now Emma Norris falls into the clutches of the 11 of Nolan Quinton. Quinton in that Sterling Marlin retro look in the 11 car. Trying to see if he can work his way up from starting it deep in the field here in feature number 1. Battle for second is also heating up as the 8 of Peter Hatton now has some company behind him in the 88 of Tim Norris. Norris is close to within a car length here, those two teammates. We'll see what kind of battling they go on here as they work lap number 12. Big wiggle for the 8 car of Peter Hatton as they come off of turn 2. It's going to open up the bottom. Tim Norris is going to look to the bottom. New second place runner now, the 88 of Tim Norris. Trying to follow him through the 16 of Rodney Rutherford. Hatton's going to open up the bottom. Hatton now is going to slide in front of the 16 of Rodney Rutherford. Leaders are going to work around the 43 of Jay Pepin. Norris at the front of the field with about a half straightaway lead over the 88 of Tim Norris. The battle for 6 now heats up as Emma Norris is still in the clutches of the 11 of Nolan Quinton. They work around the 43 of Jay Pepin as our leader works lap number 17. Battle for third still heating up though as Rodney Rutherford in the 16 car. Rutherford jumping from the dirt to the asphalt here as he ran last night in the mini stock division down at Ohsweken Speedway. Rutherford trying to put some pressure on the 8 of Peter Hatton here in the closing laps. Leaders are going to see the 5 to go single from our flagman Doug. 5 more trips around for our race leader, the 17 of Mike Norris. Norris still with about a half straightaway lead over his father, the 88 of Tim Norris. See what happens here in the closing laps. Battle for 8th and 9th is also heating up as Mike O'Connell in the 51 cars, putting a little bit of pressure on the kingpin, Ethan Fleet. Fleet still holding on to that position for the time being, but he's got some pressure from the 51 of Mike O'Connell. Just ahead of them, though, the battle's heating up for the 6th and 7th position as Nolan Quinton's going to take a peek to the inside on the 28 of Emma Norris. They're going to be side by side for that 6th, 7th position. Quinton's going to edge up alongside the 28 of Emma Norris now. Still side by side as a race leader, Mike Norris takes the white flag. One more trip around for the 17 of Mike Norris. Still side by side for that 6th position as Nolan Quinton edges out in front. Our race leader now, the 17 of Gator Mike Norris, comes off a turn 4. Checkered flag in the air. Feature win goes the 17 of Mike Norris. Second will be the 88 of Tim Norris. Peter Hatton in the 8 car finishes third. The 16 of Rodney Rutherford is fourth. And fifth will be the 37 of Travis Majuri.
Pace truck has gone to the pits. This one tonight brought to you by good folks from Stewart's Equipment, all part of Country 93 night here at Sauble Speedway. Rob McCall. Jessica James. Looking for the green flag. It's out, and we're racing. Off and racing. Down the back chute, Rob McCall is your leader. Jessica James on the move in that number 2. In third spot, we've got the number 14 car moving up through the field. Actually, it's the 18 is next. Jeff Blackburn has moved up. Rob McCall, your race leader. In second, Jessica James. She got loose. Going back through the field, it is the 18 of Blackburn and the number 4, Jamie Kay. Going back through the field, the 46 of Rob Harrison and the 72 of Zach Millman. Coming by the stand one more time, completing lap number 3. It is Rob McCall, Jessica James, then the 18 of Jeff Blackburn. 17 is Mikey Homewood, Zach Millman in 72, and Rob Harrison in car number 46. They're putting a lap right now on Homewood in that 17, but at the front, race leader continues to be McCall in 62. Jessica James is running in second spot in the 2 car. In third, the 18 of Jeff Blackburn. Halfway, 5 down, 5 to go. And Rob McCall continues to lead it. McCall coming by the stand one more time. Jessica James has been in second all race long, just looking for a spot to go by. James looks to the high side, then falls in behind Rob McCall. McCall in 62. James looks to the high side again. James loves that high side, drops down low in the corner. Once again, Jessica James coming up behind Rob McCall, your race leader. Rob McCall in 62. Jessica James in 2 with the 18 of Jeff Blackburn. In third spot, we're down to 2 laps to go. It is Rob McCall, Jessica James, and number 18, Jeff Blackburn. White flag is out. There's 1 lap to go. 1 remaining. Rob McCall, your race leader, started on the pole. He is not trailed. Jessica James looks to the low side, then backs off. Coming up for the checkered flag. It's going to be close. It is Rob McCall. Jessica James for second. 18 for third spot. Jeff Blackburn, followed by Jamie Kay and 46 of Rob Harrison.